Welcome back, everybody. That was a little bit of a thriller start, I decided I'm gonna start doing these like TikTok kind of videos where I kind of give you an idea of what you're getting yourself into for the videos. Today, we're gonna talk about why I found it absolutely terrifying to start this.
What you just pointed to all of me.
So I'm gonna go over my fears, my passions, and what actually gave me the courage to go in and do it. So without further ado, let's get this on the road, shall we? Yeah. Anyway.
Oh wow, here today.
Okay, so first off, why was it even scary, right? Well, I think for me, it was failure. I could fail at any single moment and make a huge fool of myself on the internet, and also fear of other people and what other people think of me. I think almost every single person deals with this fear, but it is real. Like, having other people make opinions about you and not being able to control that. And that's something that I've had to let go and try to process through. But that was something that really held me back from doing this. But when I started, this last week, when I decided to publish this channel, I had to face those two fears. Failing, I was making a declaration that I was going to be a director, and I had to make this declaration knowing I could fail dramatically online with everyone I know, friends, family, maybe even strangers watching and seeing how bad I failed. That could happen. And that was so terrifying. But also, on the flip side, it was so freeing. I felt so free saying, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going after it. I'm going after directing. Okay, Hannah, so if it's so terrifying, why go for it? Great question. Let me answer that for you. I think it was the fear of not doing it, of living stagnant, of being here in my house and just feeling like I was doing something that I wasn't meant to be doing. I feel like I'm meant to encourage others, to build others up and encourage them to do the things that they are called to do. And not only that, but give people joy and hope and make them feel excited about the future. And the stupid thing is, I wasn't excited about the future. I was bored with my job. I was in AC work and I felt hidden. I felt like in order to be a really good AC, I had to go in there and be silent and have no opinion and just do my job to the best of my abilities, which honestly is what you have to do in order to be a really good AC. You have to be able to stand there and let the director and cinematographer and all of them make their opinions and make their judges and just do whatever they tell you to do. That's the job. That is the job. And it's really fun, don't get me wrong. I love camera work. I love working on all different kinds of equipment, learning things, doing all kinds of stuff like that. But it was stifling a part of me, this creative part that just has to burst out, has to create, has to make things. And that's why I made this channel. Like, the mission statement on my channel is create, for there is no other reason. I felt like I was missing that part of me. I was stifling that part of me that needed to escape. Now, when I was doing AC work back in college, I was with my friends. I felt like I could encourage them. I could build them up. I could bring joy to the set and do all the things that really in my nature I feel like I do naturally. And on sets like that, I could do that. And it was really fun because I was friends with the director. I was friends with the cinematographer. I was friends with the people who I was working with. And so it made it easy for me to be able to have fun on those sets and be able to feel fulfilled on those sets, if that makes sense. Now, when I got here to Georgia, I kind of felt like what I said before, like I was hidden at AC work. I wasn't doing it with my friends as much, and I was meeting a lot of new people, which, don't get me wrong, I'm a people person. I love people. I love to meet new people, and I met so many fun new friends here in Georgia on sets, which was really cool. But there was a part of me that didn't know them well enough to be able to know how to call them up to be better, know how to be on the same level. I just kind of felt like I was new and I was learning and I was just trying to get to know everyone, which I love getting to know new people, but I didn't feel fulfilled in that role, if that makes sense. I think it was like I had to bury this part of me, this creative part, was bursting to get out. She wanted to make opinions. She wanted to say what she was feeling. And like a part of me had to shove her down in order to be able to fulfill my job. And I realized it wasn't working for me, you know, like I needed something else. But at the time I didn't really know what I needed to do. So fast forward to April of this year. I am thinking about moving to LA. One of my friends has literally just convinced me that I need to go there. And I'm like, yes, I actually agree. I want to do something. I need some change. I would love to go to LA. I'm doing it. I'm going to go. Then I start to think about it. Oh my gosh, finances. I will literally be homeless if I go there. I have to pay my loans and I have to do this and I have to do that. And I don't know how to get a job. And oh my gosh, and I'm terrified and I'm freaking out. And I also feel like I'm not supposed to be doing AC work at the time. So I'm like, if I go there, I'm just going to do AC work. And I don't know what I want to do. And so I decided, okay, one thing I can fix is my finances, right? I can figure out how to budget, how to do this a little bit better. So I get the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, thinking it's going to solve all of my financial needs. And it definitely does not. But it does address something that I didn't really realize needed to be addressed, which was my fear of failure. I was afraid to go to LA because I thought I would be homeless. I thought I would fail flat on my face, and I didn't know how to move forward from that. But when I started realizing I had a fear of failure in money, I started realizing I have a fear of failure in my career as well. It's not just me not wanting to be an AC, it's me feeling like I have a dream to be a director, but I am terrified to do that dream because if I decide to put myself out there and I decide to go for that, I could fail in front of everyone. And it definitely gave me the realization that, okay, I want to be a director. I want to direct things. And I have wanted to be a director since I got into college and I declared multimedia as my major. I knew that I was going to be a director. I knew that I wanted to be a director, and I felt like that's where God was calling me. That's where he was pulling me. The minute I made that my decision, I was like, I'm going to be a director. Now, I was so terrified though throughout college. I didn't do that. I did not direct. I directed one thing in college and it's still not done. I'm still working on the edit. I have an editor that just finished. This is the same one that we've been talking about. I did that one in college. That was the only thing I directed in college. And so I was terrified. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel good enough. I don't feel like I'm as good as the other people that are directing around me. And I just don't know how to do it. And I was afraid. And so fast forward back to now, to July of this year, and I realized, okay, if I want to be a director, I just need to go and do it. I need to stop being afraid, and I need to direct. So that meant putting LA on the back burner. That meant putting moving out of my parents' house on the back burner. That meant telling all of my friends who are literally moving to LA or just moved to LA or have been in LA for a long time that I'm not coming, which literally breaks my heart because I want to be there so bad. But it meant putting directing first. Now, how to do that, I had no idea. I was just like, I have to do this. And so then I started praying and started figuring out, okay, God, why, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be a director? And I started watching these YouTube videos of how to start a YouTube channel and how to start directing and all these things. And I was like, okay, hold up. What if I did directing on YouTube? What if I combined those two and just went out and did it? One, it was passive income. If I can get it to be monetized, if I can get this to be monetized, I can get passive income from this, which is insane. Second, I get to direct. I get to make my own content, and that's like the dream. And third, I get to encourage people, and I get to build people up on here by telling my story and telling my experiences, but also maybe pulling other people on this channel and building them up and then pushing them to go for what they actually want to do. And it was like a light bulb clicked inside of me. It was like, this is it. This is what I have to do. And so last week, I launched my YouTube channel on my social media. That was literally the scariest thing I've done in a long time, but it was so worth it. And like, now I look back at this whole year and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was all worth it. Like all of the frustration, all of the waiting, all of the pining after, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. It was like, God just opened the door, and now I'm going and doing what I actually want and what I'm dreaming about doing, and I'm just excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this chit chat video of me just kind of like rambling about my life and my story and what I basically have been doing for the last year, because I've been kind of off the radar. But if you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe share this video with one of your friends. I don't know, maybe someone who's going through the same kind of season and needs a little bit of encouragement. Like, send it to them. I would love to be able to help encourage them as well. And that's all. I'll see you on the flippity flop.